I picked the right overlay. Oh, I did. I did. Hello, interwebs. Oh, I can't see chat anyway, but that's okay. Yep. But if I could, hello to everyone in there. Welcome back to the Stalwart Initiative, and we are here for a Moth to the Flame, our Eberron campaign about, you know, insanity and very non-Eberron things. Normally, Eberron is the, you know, all about artificing and airships and all kinds of stuff. No, we're getting gross with some bugs. We're doing some freaky shit here. A lot of devil inclusion and stuff. But yeah, we are back and very excited today. Today we're gonna go to the Hogwartsian-like area known as Arcanix, and we're just arriving there as we did at the end of last episode. But I'll do that narrative catch up here shortly. Let's go around and meet all the wonderful players today, and we'll start with Wally. Wally, can you introduce yourself and Gregory to us today, please, for anyone who doesn't know?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Wally. I go by pronouns he, him, and I play Gregory, who also goes by pronouns he, him. He is a rock gnome artificer, very grumpy, ornery kind of thing. He has a good heart, and he's going to be going to the place he always wanted to go to. So let's see what happens when he gets here.
Yes, ornery Gregory, and just the place he wants to be. Nothing bad could happen because of that. Smooth sailing all the way. I can see it now. And speaking of smooth sailing, let's smoothly move on down to Kay. Kay, can you introduce yourself and USA to us today, please?
I sure can. Hi everyone, my name is Kay. I'm @ironic_cupcake on everywhere. Today I'm playing Usa, the jackalope shifter trickster cleric. I will get that in a smoother sentence one of these days. Strider has my ears and antlers. Wait, no, I didn't. I have them. Just kidding. I lied. I have them. There we go.
It's always my fault.
Well, I thought they were in there because you're in my room. Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of mischief Usa can find himself getting into at Hogwarts. Yeah, that should be fun. Not trademarked at all.
No, not at all. It's spelled differently. That's how we get away with it. And speaking of spelling differently, Strider, I don't know how that works, but it does. Can you introduce yourself and Lindir, which could be spelled differently, but it's not.
Yeah, hi, I'm Strider. I'm playing Lindir. Lindir is a super apathetic, beat down on life paladin who's still trying to pretend he's holy and into things. He's into his party members, so they're cheering him up, and they're instilling inside of him a sense of I don't know, he's enjoying being around anyway. He's a little less ornery himself now. So yes, I'm excited to see Pig Pimple's School of Warlock and Sorcery studies.
Yes. You read the sign on the way in. Yes. Good, very good. Good way to separate us from the rest of the rabble. And speaking of rabble, Kat, that was super, super smooth.
Rubble.
Can you introduce yourself and Mariah/Jo to us today, please?
I'm Kat @Cleric of Court, which is where you can find me on Twitter and hanging out in people's Discord servers. Playing Mariah, who is what the party knows her as. Her true name is Jo. She is my experiment in how OP can I build a character at 5 levels of Shadow Monk and 5 levels of Assassin Rogue. So she hits hard and then gives paper cuts. She's dealing with a friend, acquaintance, co-worker who is acting strangely, and she's not sure about this whole magic thing. Whatever. Give her a nice sharp blade and she's much happier.
Yes, you do. You have your delirious friend's sharp blade as well, which I'm wondering if he's going to notice. We will see.
He's welcome to try and take it from her.
Yeah, that will be a great one, explaining to his dad how he let his blade run away. So It'd be good
There
shit.
you go.
Although it might, who knows? That might help him out in the end. Repair that relationship. You know, Dad, you were never there for me. You know, I didn't have a blade because of you. Who knows? That could go one of many different ways, which we might see in the end. We will see. Excellent. So we met all our players. I'm Kyle. I'm the DM, and let's get into recapping where we've been so far, or at least where we were recently. We are putting all the episodes up on YouTube now, and I started a second YouTube channel just for these let's plays, but I'm gonna condense it all back into one because managing a separate channel is just a pain in the patoot. So yeah, for you know, when I could just put them all in the same one. And I'll put that link in there. Kay, I did mess with the links a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I just got rid of some excess ones, but the socials covers everything. There we go. So I'll just put it there in case anybody wants to check out where we've been so far. All the rest of the episodes will be up this week, catching us up to this point. And last we saw our party, we had left we had left a situation. The party rolled up onto a village that was being attacked by devils, and they quelled that situation. They killed the devils, and the remaining citizens of that village escorted them to a nearby town called Bluffington. And the party journeyed to Bluffington. They met with the innkeeper there, who was a relative of one of the survivors, met the two gentlemen who were supposed to come and get aid. Turns out when they got to Bluffington, Bluffington had already promised their aid to another village that was being attacked in the opposite direction, on the other side of the Black Cap Mountains. So there was no help to be had, and it turns out these two just decided to sit and drink their woes away as the village got raided. And you left Bluffington and began to make your way towards Arcanix, where you had an interesting stop where you made camp a little bit away from the road, and you know had an interesting ordeal with Hars, who is you're kind of babysitting at this point. The NPC Hars, who is hired to be with the party and was an asset up until he wasn't, up until he got a little trigger happy and tried to kill a hugely powerful aberration creature, and they kind of cursed him. And yeah, turns out Hars is starting to change somehow, and our party is just kind of holding his hand and trying to get him to a point where we can dump him off or whatever. And yeah, that's where we're at. So Hars is kind of acting weird. Our party had left the campsite, and where we ended last week, we were just approaching Arcanix. You could see the two floating towers, and I might have said 3 last time. My bad. 2 floating towers in the sky above this large village, with sprawling prairie lands. There you see crops, and you see bountiful crops. You see livestock. It looks like a bustling farming area underneath these 2 floating towers in the sky. Here we are today. So, my wonderful party. You approach Arcanix, but Arcanix the village, Arcanix the from what the book says, or from the both different books that I've read, Arcanix is technically the whole thing, the village and the towers above. So you approach Arcanix, and you see that it is a farming village, but you also see that the people walking around it, some of them look very studious. And the way they're behaving, it almost looks like a transit station in disguise as a village, because a lot of people are walking to back and forth. Some of them look like they're sitting in random benches waiting for stuff. You see a couple people examining some kind of written schedule that one person is holding. It's definitely lively here. And my notes would tell me other stuff. You begin to walk into Arcanix, and let's see here. You come upon the largest building here in the village, what looks to be like some kind of inn. It says Aethernet Inn and Welcome Center. at a very large sign right outside of it, and it seems to be where most of the people are going to and coming from.
Gregory is just looking utterly excited to be here. So he just he looks back at the other side. He goes, "So, we gonna maybe split up or do stuff, or are we gonna sit together and do stuff? Meet up someplace somewhere later?"
I'm gonna go drop off Hars. You do what you want.
We should
Go with you to
at
drop
least
off
give some
ours.
sort of time to figure out where we should find each other again. I mean,
Gregory, one thing you do notice is that if Gregory is excited about like the magic stuff, you look around and there doesn't seem to be anything magical going on down here. This is the way station. You know, probably you're intelligent, so you could surmise this is just the way station between here and there. So as far as going off to venture off and find magical stuff, you can look around down here and you can talk to the locals. But you probably aren't going to find anything in this farming village.
Well, we should drop. I guess you guys are right. We should drop ours off somewhere responsible.
we need to find a way up.
Oh, this is the way up. This is the way station. So you go from here, and then you go up there.
Okay.
How?
DM, how would I know how?
That's a good question. Make a history check. We'll see if you study, if you had enough knowledge passed down to you before coming up here.
And I'm going to give myself a flash of genius also, so +5 to it.
Okay.
Good thing I did that. That'll be a 23.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely know that you typically they just teleport you up. There is a hub that does specifically that. There's only one place, legitimate place that will that do the teleportation. And I mean, from looking around, all these farm buildings and then this large inn, it's probably in there somewhere.
So this is how it works. We go inside the inn, we check ourselves in, and then there's a teleportation panel that takes us up there. So it's kind of like you check in here and then you do whatever you need to do up in the city.
So magic. I could have guessed that.
Yeah, I guess you can call it. It's more like science and transferring the molecules into atoms and transferring them across planar space. But
let's just go to this then. The sooner we can get ours taken care of, the better.
right, and maybe there's some place upstairs can maybe help ours somehow.
So what you're saying is they boil us like water? Evaporate and then condense?
I'm
No,
going to
well-
just pretend.
if you really want me to get into the technicality of it.
How about we don't?
No,
'Cause they're
not
going
really.
to talk me out of it.
Oh, all right, well, let's go.
Yeah, concede to not knowing might be safer, and you walk inside the Aethernet Welcome Center. And this is a very large building, not quite Grand Central Station large, but it is a large travel center. And you walk in, and there is in front of you there is a large round square, but not sharp square, desk area in the middle. And there looks to be about 4 people attending this desk area, talking to travelers of sorts. And that's probably like your area where you would check in, schedule transportation, make room, like get rooms, because this is pretty large, so it's safe to assume that there is a portion of this that has housing, like an inn. But yeah, that seems to be the hub of activity here, is this large square in the center of the room.
Is this the place that sends out all of those Aethernet discus samples in the mail?
No, this is not the place. They actually, the place apparently is up above us. They're the ones who sent out all those weird Ethernet discs to people's houses. Not that people ever use them. I always write letters back saying, hey, we don't really use these things, but whatever.
You all walk towards the desk, and you are caught by surprise as you get a little closer to the desk and you weave your way through the crowd. It's kind of loud in here because it's echoey and like a train station. And as you approach the desk, you see a very strange sight. You see a small kobold on top of what looks to be like a trunk, but the trunk has legs. And he's sitting on top of it like a child, a child just sitting on something. As it's walking towards it's walking a little bit towards the desk. The kobold is sitting on it, and it looks like he's giving the attendant the business. I had arrangements. I had it for so long, and you're gonna do this to me now. I'm offended. Please, I need access. Please. I am a valued member of this community, and you will respect me down here, please. End of sentence. And the bewildered ogre behind the desk leans over, and like this large shadow casts over the kobold sitting on the trunk. The kobold locks eyes with the ogre, kind of not in defiance, but more of dumbfounded, like just not considering that this is an intimidation tactic. The ogre leans over and, I'm very sorry, fine sir, for how you've been treated, but rules are rules. Passage is closed up to the university. Passage is closed up to both towers until further notice. This is the rule. You walk up right as this transaction transpires. The ogre, who had been leaning over the counter to cast a shadow to put its large face mere feet from the kobold, leans back into a more relaxed and official capacity posture. Hi, Anna. What's up? So the ogre leans back and looks over the kobold at all of you. Oh, sir, I have other people to attend to. Welcome. Come on over. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. Hello. Welcome to the Aethernet Travel Hub. How may I help you?
Did you say that travel is closed?
Yes. Travel to to Argonix Towers is closed currently. There is...
Why?
And for how long?
I'm not privy to that information. Just a messenger.
Well, who
here.
is?
The ogre looks up. Those of higher station than mine, I assure you.
Is there a way to communicate with someone? We are dealing with a magical emergency of a sort.
We need to speak to your manager then.
I am the manager here, so speak away. This ogre is like tugging on their vest, which is a little bit too tight, but tugging on their vest and trying to look fancy, especially for an ogre.
I'm waiting for Lindir to go full Karen.
It is just that, yes, we are currently in the middle of an emergency, and we need to get up now.
Look, let me break it down to you. Our friend over here, he is really, really sick, like dying sick. And we are certain that your wonderful city has something that can help him out.
As the ogre looks like they are pondering this over, holds up a very big meaty finger and looks like he is going to choose his words wisely. Hars pipes up from like just kind of lingering at the back of the group, and he's been pretty cheery this last little leg of the journey up until now, and he says, that guy can he can get us up there. And you see Hars pointing over to, there's like a little I don't want to call it Starbucks, but like a little coffee shop area here in this lobby, and it has a few tables for people to sit at. No social distancing in this world, so they're all, smushed together. And at one of the tables there is a a cloaked man sitting there with leg crossed and has a newspaper open and is reading the newspaper, drinking a coffee. Har's like, that guy, he can get us up there.
And how do you know that, Hars?
I just know. Look at him.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead.
13 on Hars.
Okay. Not quite sure. Hars just seems confident that this guy, just by looking at him, can tell that he has access. He's obviously, look at the way he's dressed. He's got to be House Orion. So they can get us up here. They're the ones who do the teleporters, right?
I mean, they are. All right, we can ask him, I suppose.
Yeah. And Hars
It's
waves.
better than just sitting around.
Hars waves at the ogre, and the little kobold taps the trunk that he's sitting on, and the trunk pivots on its little wobbly legs underneath the large width of the trunk. Excuse me, did all of you have access to get up to the towers of Arcanix?
We don't know.
We don't know. Who's asking?
Oh, me. He slowly gets up on top of it and brushes off his little outfit. I am the Great Blones, sorcerer extreme. Well, not really a sorcerer, but I have magics of creation embedded in my DNA. Do you know what DNA is?
Yes, I know what DNA is.
Excellent. I have it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dinosaurs and antelopes. What?
I certainly hope you would have seen it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Loads of it. So yes, I was invited here. I don't have my invitation, so I don't know if that's why they won't let me up, but I am just respected everywhere. And
how come I never heard of you then?
I mean, have you ever been to Sharn?
No, but I should still heard of you if you're so important. I mean, I know people.
Make a persuasion.
You said.
I want to get his general feel of your prestigiousness.
You said persuasion?
Yes.
I got an 18 with my 0 charisma.
Listen, I'm not overstepping boundaries here. You might be super great in what you do. What I do might be different. That's probably why you don't hear about me, just because I'm just in a different area. I'm all about bringing life to the world, and you might be into creating things that bring death. Not my style, but that's why you didn't hear of me, of course.
Like if there was like a fuse, you would see that like slowly going into Gregory's head as he's just staring at this kobold.
Just dumbly.
We already have one gnome traveling with us. We don't need another.
Oh snap! That was that's cold. I can create fire. Would you like to warm up after that? It's cold.
Did you say you're from Sharn?
Yes. I mean, I've spent time in Sharn. Yes, of course.
I've never heard of you either, and that's where I'm from. So, maybe we should go talk to the gentleman in the robes.
What do you mean, weapons of death? First of all, I am an inventor. I am a creator. I create things with my 2 hands.
I cast silence.
Nothing.
I cast silence on Gregory.
Okay, so you cast it like in an area or just on him? And just...
Yeah, it's in the area, but it's just it's a 20-foot sphere. Yeah. But I try to make it so. But yeah, it's just drop it on him.
Yeah. Kobold's like tapping the thing to walk, like get separate a few feet between him and Gregory as Gregory's going off, and so they go in this silent.
You see like Gregory in his silence like pull out one of his arcane cannons and just unfolds in his hand, and he's like holding it up above his head, silently yelling at this guy.
The ogre yells from over on the counter. I don't know what's going on over there. But you please settle down. Weapons to be holstered in the building. It's on the sign.
He can't hear you. We'll take care of it.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Please do. And the kobold shies away. What would you all like to do?
Pick up like Gregory.
Okay.
Put him like under the arm.
He's
Start walking over to the guy that
you walk out of
pointed out.
You walk out of the zone of silence. Gregory, now have your voice back.
I drop it.
That was hands down the ugliest gnome I've ever seen.
That wasn't a gnome.
That was a kobold. They wish they
Gregory, Gregory, the rules are.
If you think poodle to dragon, kobolds are teacup poodles to dragons.
Oh.
Gregory doesn't.
Kobolds are to dragons what teacup poodles are to standard poodles.
Gregory doesn't really look like a dragon.
No, but the other one did.
He's doing this on purpose. He's doing that thing where he's trying to be funny. You told him to lighten up, and this is his attempt.
Ah.
Lindy.
It's not working.
I'm just underrated.
Lindy.
1 star on Yelp.
Okay. You all begin to walk away from the desk and over to the coffee shop area. You get over by the seating. Hars falls in line behind you. If anyone looks back, you'll notice that the kobold walks a little bit closer, but stops and keeps like a very fair distance away from your group, but is just sitting on his trunk, watching and listening. Probably not within earshot, but still over by the desk, listening with curiosity. You walk over and you see this man with man, I hope I don't mess this up. With a unicorn crest on a like jade colored cloak, and is sitting there with leg crossed, very very executive, reading the newspaper, sipping a coffee. And as he notices you all walk over, he perks up and puts the coffee on the table and half folds the paper. Can I help you?
Yes, sorry for disturbing your morning machinations, but we need transportation up, and we were wondering if there was any way you could assist us with that.
No, didn't you hear? Transportation's closed at the towers.
Just like shoot a death glare over at Hars for making us go through all that bullshit with the kobold.
Hars waves at you.
That's why we need help. If they were open, we wouldn't be asking you.
Oh, I mean, I help.
It's a bit of an emergency.
Yes, our friend desperately needs to see some sort of professional about his condition.
He's dying.
He looks at ours. He looks just fine to me.
Oh no, he's dying.
It is deceiving.
Yeah. What was what was the name of those things that thing that cursed him?
Oh. Yeah, it was a word. The big bug lady.
Yep.
There's a word for that.
It's like a
level.
Flipping through my notes.
Okay, I'll give it to you because it's common in this world enough to know. They are called Dalkir.
Dalkir. Okay.
They are extremely
Dalkir.
powerful. They're considered aberrations, but they're extremely powerful, enigmatic creatures with their own nefarious agendas.
So Mariah will step right up to this guy, very, very close, and say very, very quietly, he's been cursed by a Dalkir. And if we don't get him some help, he's going to die and possibly release more of the Dalkir's magic into the world. So I really think this is an emergency, and if you can help us, we would appreciate it. If you need gold, I will give you gold.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Really, dice? That's an 11.
Okay. So you want me to give you backdoor access to the towers to bring your egg sack of a friend up there?
When you say it like that, it sounds a lot more nefarious than what it actually is.
No, we want him cured.
Yes. He's not a bomb, he is a sick man.
Actually, okay, I have an idea. Let me have him roll. I've got an idea, and I don't know if he's cool with it. Let me ask him. And you have to question your own NPCs on their own motives. News at 11. Okay. The gentleman strokes his beard a little bit. Looks over your shoulder. Mariah looks over your shoulder. Give me 100 gold pieces and that kobold's trunk. And we have a deal. He points right behind you. The kobold on the trunk has gotten like 5 feet behind Horrors. And is just sitting there, like, huddled up and listening and watching.
Mariah will walk over to the kobold, lean down and go, I'll give you 200 for the chest, right here, right now.
Make it 187 and you got a deal.
Done. And I pull out 187 gold and hand it to him.
Sucker. Puts it in his
What?
Puts it in his hand and opens up a pouch.
And then she takes the chest and walks over to the guy, drops it in his lap, hands him with 100 gold and said, deal.
Mariah, you get shit done. That's my favorite thing about you.
You set the chest down, and you actually set it down, but it sets down on legs, and like it has like a little bit of a bounce as you put it down because the legs erect back up, and it stands there. The Orion house member looks it over a little bit, pushes it. It kind of toddles a little bit and straightens itself out. As he does, and he's getting ready to reach his hand out to shake yours, Mariah, the chest falls flat. Boom, 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 boom. The legs disappear out from underneath it, and it falls flat. When it falls flat, the latch opens, and the chest opens up a few inches. And there, you can see inside of it through the opening that there is just a single pair of tiny clothing on the inside of the bottom of the chest. That is all it's containing. The gentleman in the emerald cloak kind of nudges it with his foot. What did you do to it? Why is it no longer magical?
I didn't do anything to it. I paid the kobold for it. I brought it to you. I handed you 100 gold. The deal is done. Take us up. Take us up.
I wanted the one that he had. This is no longer the one he had.
Wait.
No. It is the one he had. You didn't say what condition he wanted it in. I brought you the chest that kobold has. That kobold no longer has that chest. You have that chest.
How do I have it? It's right in front of me.
Yep. There you go.
I mean, I haven't taken it anywhere.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. And he wriggles out of Usa's grasp and walks up to this guy. Are you telling me you're from the city up there, right?
No.
Well, you work with the city, right? You work with magic.
I work with teleportation.
You know magic. The point is this, buddy. You're telling us you didn't know that chest was enchanted. You saw a chest with legs and you decided, like, hey, I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Poof! And I cast like tiny servant on the chest to give it legs. There. Happy? Look, my name is Gregory Blitzcrank, and he pulls out the invitation from his cloak. I was invited here. Now let us up there.
Make a regular persuasion check.
Oh gosh. That is gonna be a 10.
Okay. Listen, Gregory Blitzcrank. I know your ilk. I've seen them come through here. More than one. Rules are rules. I'm willing to bend rules when it makes sense. Casting spells on things like this. That's not what I want. I wanted a magical chest. I could tell that that was a magical chest. Whoever killed it, it's no longer, you're gonna walk away and this fucking thing is gonna fall again. I need it to last.
Well, guess what?
I'm sticking my neck out for you.
And he like makes like gestures at this guy like he just wants to like cast fireball at him. Like he's about to cast fireball in here.
Lindir's gonna step up.
Go ahead.
Lindir's gonna step up and he's going to mush his face in his hands for a second and put on his handsome boy eyes. Look, you want a magical chest and we want our, as you put it, walking egg sack not to explode all over here and make your day a whole lot worse. How about we get him out of here first before something bad happens? Then we can discuss frivolities.
The problem is, kind sir, I respect your station. If something bad happens when you go up there, but when they come to threaten me, I want to be compensated during that time. I don't feel I will be. I'm gonna have to spend the materials to make a new circle for you because I can't use the main one or I will get caught letting you up there. So I need money for the materials and I need compensation. Make the chest magical again. Pay me the gold and we're good to go.
How do we make something magical when we didn't make it unmagical? And she picks up the gold and she picks up the chest and she walks back over to the kobold, drops the chest in front of the kobold and says, I want my 187 gold back.
The kobold taps the top of the chest as it is like chest height for him, taps it slowly and smiles at you. I mean, didn't you just say the same thing to that gentleman? It's the chest that you bought. You didn't say it had to be in any particular kind of condition. I can really only maintain a few of these things, in a given day, so it's really taxing.
So what you're saying is no refunds?
I mean, I can help you out, should you decide to bring me along with you. He like bats his, not eyelashes, but the furling bones of his around his eyes.
No, that's not worth the 187 gold. Keep it. And she turns around and walks back towards the group.
It's free. Right. You already paid. It's free. Please take me with you, son of a bitch. I'll give it. I'll give it arms. I'll give it boobs. I don't care. Please. Whatever you want. Take me with you.
Are you sure we can't, just to get this over with?
I mean, she looks at the guy in the robes with the compact, like, if you want to make your own deal with the kobold, I'm not playing middleman for you anymore.
Middleman? You came to me. I could sit here and finish my coffee and go about my day.
Look, I made a deal. You reneged on it. He's reneged on his. Whatever.
Just saying. Have the little fucker give me a chest that works, and we're good to go. That lasts. Looks over at Gregory. That lasts.
Fine. Hey, you! And he points to the kobold.
Yes, I'm ready.
If you come with us, you better not talk.
Oh.
Don't talk for the rest of the trip. Now chant his chest and give it boobs.
All right. I'm not promising on size. I don't have any reference material. Never seen any. Okay, here we go. And he goes, yeah! And the chest grows a second pair of legs because Gregory, you still have your pair on it. So it grows a second pair of legs and also a pair of lumps on the front of the chest that have no nipple because, well, kobolds don't have nipples and he doesn't, he's going off references. So just two mounds on the front of the chest. and yeah, it stands there. The House Orion person looks down at it. That's pretty fucked up, but I'll take it.
He's happy with his sexy chest. Thank goodness.
The chest on the chest. Okay. All right. Well, at least that's a top, what's that called? Crap, what's it called? Conversation piece. There we go. At least that's a good conversation piece. All right.
It is certainly something.
What are you going to need in order to get us up there?
How much gold did you give him, Mariah?
Oh, I took back the 100 gold from him.
Okay. I need 100 gold and this chest on chest.
Fine.
Morale tossed the 100 gold back at him.
Okay. You toss the 100 gold back at him. All right. Follow me. There's a back entrance. We'll go out in the alleyway.
Fine. And he starts walking after this guy. And he'll look back at the kobold. If anytime the kobold's about to talk, he just goes.
Okay.
Gregory, if it doesn't work when we do that to you, why are you expecting it to work when we do it to him?
Because I'm cooler. And he keeps on following the guy.
Ooh, drop the mic. And okay, you all follow this shady Orion guy out to the back alley of a farming town, and you go out back, and this is between buildings. There are several normal like village buildings behind here. He's like, all right, this is about as private as it gets here. Just give me a few minutes to lay out the circle, and you'll be on your way. Now, as he's taking out a piece of chalk and some other miscellaneous items, and he begins to scribe in some intricate designs, relatively intricate designs. He's kind of having to scrape the chalk a little bit because it's not like writing on macadam or sidewalk. You're writing on essentially a stone and dirt road. But he's making the markings of the teleportation circle, and he says, all right, when you get up there, they're not going to know who you are or expect you. It's on you after that. I didn't give you my name, so all the better for me. And good luck. Please don't let your friend let out baby evil things up in the tower.
We'll do the best we can. Could you give us any sort of direction on where we could go to get him some help with this? Who would you suggest we go to once we get up there?
Don't worry. They'll come to you.
Another question.
Is ominous.
Yes.
Do you know why it was shut down in the first place?
The only intel I got as an Orion operator down here was that there is something to the east, some kind of big catastrophe brewing, and they can't afford to have things go awry up there as they are trying to lend aid elsewhere. Don't know exactly what that means. I'm not a magic-y person other than, and he rolls up his sleeve, and you can see that on the underside of his forearm there is a dragon mark, so to speak, a glowing sigil, like tattoo on his arm. This is my job, not a pastime.
For this much money, we probably could have bought a flying broom or something and just floated up there ourselves.
Maybe, but I get you there quick. And you won't get shot out of the sky. That's also a plus.
Yes. We have certainly had enough of that.
You're bringing back bad memories.
Poor
Yeah.
Usa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just this every encounter we've had in this so far.
Twitch, twitch.
Poor Usa.
It's been poor Usa every single encounter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at this, alright.
No, Kay just knows how to make great bullet sponges. That's it. Always the martyr. He finishes scribing out the circle, and he holds his arm over it, and you see this conveyance of magical essence from him, his dragon mark, to the teleportation circle, and it lights up, a luminescent light. He says, "Okay, this is a one-way trip. You have to figure it out once you get there." Like I said, I don't know how you got up there. You don't know how you got up there, or maybe you can make some shit up. This never happened, and this circle won't be here after you leave.
Yeah, this conversation never happened. You're risking your job, whatever.
Ah, you've done this before. Good. Well, good luck to all of you then.
Mariah, can you also leave him a 1-star review as well?
Oh, certainly. And I cast minor illusion that is basically like a holographic form of his face.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea who you are or who got us up here. And then I make the minor illusion go away.
Okay. We'll see. You rat me out. You have a rough time getting around the world. Continent. Yeah. Fair enough. Safe journeys. And he backs away over towards his chest with chest and allows you to step in a teleportation circle. As you do! Yeah, it's still kind of too early for a break. So we'll do this next part now. As you do, you are instantly teleported onto a large platform and a much larger circle. It is a larger version of the circle that you were just on. And you are greeted with the sight of guards walking in your direction, along with a woman in long robes.
Not as fast.
You are... Wow, that's loud. Gotta turn that down.
Little loud.
Yeah, a little loud. Well, you guys can adjust your individual volumes, but that was the first time we used it, and its individual volume was loud as shit. Okay. Oh, God.
Ours, we're doing all this for you, you know, friend.
You look back and you see Hars on his hands and knees. Thank you, friend. God, I feel
handle
sick.
his magic.
Oh, what the? Anybody else that make them queasy? That make them sick?
No.
No more than usual.
You really should be used to it by now, Hars.
Oh, it feels like there was a fly in the circle when we transferred our... Oh, God. I feel sick.
Are you feeling sick? Okay.
It's also the fact that you have bees inside of you. Don't forget that.
I thought they were all out.
Nope, they're still in you.
He's cradling his stomach and he says, "Thanks, Lindir. All right. Let's go find the potion."
Potion?
As you all are discussing this, a set of 4 armed guards, and a woman in long robes walks down the platform. You're kind of like the Avengers Tower, the platform that goes out from it. You're kind of at the end of that. Very noticeable, not a conspicuous thing. This is probably the main platform where you would end up if you got legitimate travel to here. But with the same sigil as you did in the back alley, but much larger scale. The woman walks just slightly ahead of the guards in a hurried pace.
I can maintain handsomeness for another few seconds, so I'll talk.
Hi, why, who are you and why are you here?
No, thank goodness we've arrived in the right place. Our friend here is in a magical state of emergency. He's full of Dalkir bugs, and we don't want anything bad to happen.
And you decided that bringing Valkyr bugs to the tower would be your best remedy for this?
Certainly. If anyone can help, it's going to be you wonderful, intellectual people here.
My name is Francesca Thaden. I am merely an envoy here. I can escort you to the Arcane Congressman, but you're not going to be allowed to go in the Arcane Congress chambers. You realize that? You have...
Oh, he can come out and talk to us then. It'll be fine. Yeah. Let's expedite this, please.
Yep.
Ma'am? She looks at you.
Oh, I was just...
Mariah?
if it helps, you can put him in isolation. We just need somebody to take care of it because I mean, really, where else would we go?
You could go to a holy place, somewhere of purification. This is a place of learning the arcane arts.
But this
Well,
is
you
also
see-
a place that can hold people like him.
We're under a very short time limit, and you were the closest.
I will check with Mr. Crossan, and I will put you in a meeting chamber. But you will be held there until you can be addressed by Thaddeus.
I mean,
Mr. Crossan.
if you doubt us, have somebody scan him magically.
And
We will. But that usually
Thank you.
accompanies worse. So let's start at the beginning. You, sir. Looks over at you, Usa.
it's just, I mean, as you can see, we have holy men amongst us, myself included, and there's nothing we could do. That is why we brought him here.
That is the only reason why you haven't been cast aside. You shall get an audience. That's all I can do. Beyond that, I don't do healing. I don't do curing. I do solving problems. And the problem right now, from as you described it, could be solved very quickly, but you don't want that result right now. Let me escort you to the chamber. Is there anything else you'd like to address now?
Nope. Just take us to the chamber. Keep us in there.
Okay. I mean, you're all free to go, but that one, points at Horus, the diseased one, must be contained. Very well. We will bring him to the chamber, and you will speak with Mr. Crossan there. And
Sure.
Fine.
her and her 4 guards bring you into this, and now these towers are, well, they're very towery, but they're more along the lines of a keep, just very vertical. And she brings you off of this platform and into this series of hallways. And as you go down a few hallways, you then go down to a hallway that ends in a room, but there are no other rooms along the way. There was a set of double doors at the very end, and you go down this long hallway with windows, which you can see. You are several hundred feet up in the air. But you can see out at the countryside. Very nice view, mind you. And as you go down this hallway, you just hear the sound of boot and shoe hitting this marble-like floor. This place is very clean. You know, I mean, when you have 100-some people with prestidigitation, there's no excuses. There's no excuses. So you walk down this hallway, and about halfway down the hallway, this woman stops. Francesca, she said her name was. Francesca stops and turns backwards to all of you and puts her hand up against the wall. It would be to your right, her left. And as she puts her hand against the wall, this door materializes with there's no markers or whatever. She touches it and this door materializes and she opens it up. And inside, it looks like there is looks to be like a boardroom on the inside of this door. She says, "This is where you'll meet him. Go in, get comfortable. There is tea, coffee, and a few snacks in there. Make yourselves at home. Mr. Crossan will be with you momentarily."
I'm muted. This is all very kind of you. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Your friend's not out of the woods. She gives like a side eye, a very cautious side eye to Hars. And you're all escorted in this boardroom. The door is shut, including the kobold is in here. Can I talk yet, please? This is...
No.
Fuck it, we're here now. What is going on? Your friend has a disease. We're all gonna die. This is a cage.
Yes, now you are infected.
Well, you said you wanted to come with us, so...
You all look clean. You all look so clean compared to... Oh, I'm gonna die here. I'm
That's
so young.
because it's an internal infection. You should know if you've contracted it if you start coughing up bees.
Well, also they also say the first sign of the infection is paranoia.
I'm so glad I'm level-headed then. Woo! No worries here.
And the next part is that they say it's shortness of breath. You start to feel dizzy, get cold sweats, then hot sweats. And then there's a little bit of, lethargy. You need to sit down. You just...
Itchy eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Shake
the
your
normal
hands.
stuff.
Then the sneezing starts.
And then
Your
you start to
skin grows
hallucinate. And
scaly.
then the hallucinations start. You start to hear things that others can't hear.
It's a long list. I should put it on the bottle. Okay. Just... everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. It's gonna be okay.
I cast prestidigitation to make a loud pop behind the guy's ear.
Motherfucker! Oh. Okay.
What happened? You okay?
Yes. Yes.
I do it again.
Wasn't a bee. It wasn't a bee. Okay.
What?
The hallucinations are starting already.
Oh, that's what it sort of sounds like.
I'm gonna go lay
Could be
down in the
sneezing
corner.
anytime now.
Nope, I can't sneeze if I'm sleeping. I'm gonna go lay down in the corner, and I'm gonna can't sleep on myself.
That's what Har said. That
I'm
he
gonna-
said that he can't seize if he's sleeping, and then he went to sleep, and then next day, boop, wanted to eat people.
Look at that lethargy already. It's so quick.
It's not.
This is gonna use thaumaturgy to make like the sound of like bees rumbling quietly, like originating from like right here on the cobalt.
Ah! Save yourselves! Oh God!
This is being so mean to this. poor
We are the
little
most
dude.
sadomasochistic holy people I've ever met.
The kobold is like no, and goes over to a corner, and you see his hands light up briefly, and he's mumbling something to himself. And then he goes like this. His hands are no longer lit, and he falls over and passes out.
Did he die? Is he dead?
Well, at least it'll be quiet.
Looks like he put himself to sleep.
Yep.
Not for nothing, guys, but that was kind of a little bit of a joy. The last bit of joy I had left in my life, terrorizing that guy.
Can Usa go check and see if the kobold's alive? Please.
Scared to death. Okay, you go over. Make a medicine check. No, you don't even have to make a medicine. You look. You can tell he's alive because he's breathing. Mumbling in his sleep, laying limp and useless on the ground.
Thank the gods he is not dead.
So you guys have probably a few minutes. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? You're in a nice. There's a huge table in the center here, and there's also a like a coffee table in the back that has refreshments on it. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're waiting?
I hop up into the chair. I hop into a chair and I just like recline a bit. I mean, as annoying as that little guy is, he's kind of right. We are in a cage right about now.
As someone who preaches redemption, I'm probably going to need to apologize to him when this is all over.
Yeah, we will be fine.
Yeah, it's just like yeah.
I had considered casting permanent silence on him, and she flips a dagger and then sheathes it. I was just gonna take his tongue. I was just gonna take his tongue.
Oh,
That's
no. Do I need to take your weapons away from you?
No, it's fine. I didn't. You notice, just a little.
We haven't turned our back on you yet. There's nothing is past you.
Mariah, he's a caster. You can't take his tongue. That's super rude. Hars is sitting in a chair, kind of rocking back and forth in discomfort.
Hars, are you doing okay?
Let you know when I puke my guts out.
How about I give you some more of that anti-nausea? Huh? That helped last time.
Sure, whatever you got, I'll take it.
He'll make the same little mixture of all that anti-nausea medicine he bought.
Okay. Yeah, and since you did it with so well last time, would say you make up the same mix with the same ratios, and yeah, you give it to him. Nice little Pepto, and he drinks it up. Oh gosh, so bad still. couldn't add a little bit of something in it?
I didn't want to change anything since it worked properly last time.
Fair, fair. Okay, thanks. Hopefully that works in a little bit.
Just take it easy. Maybe we'll get through this.
I'm gonna empty out a pouch. Just take some stuff out, rearrange. So I've got an empty pouch, and I hand it to him. I said, "If you're gonna be sick, just do it into the bag. All right."
Takes the pouch. All right. I'll hope. I should be able to get it to fit in here, unless it's bees. If it's bees, I don't know what to tell you.
As they're saying
it's a big enough pouch. It's like water skin size.
When as Mariah's saying this, Gregory's just clutches the bag of holding to himself so he doesn't have to sacrifice it for such a purpose.
Nice. Ew, that would be gross. Having vomit in your bag of holding. Okay. You have to climb in and prestidigitate the whole thing. Okay. You wait a few minutes. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss as time ticks by? No? Okay. A few minutes goes by, probably like 6 minutes or so, and then you hear the door open, and you see a rather rotund human male, and he is wearing not robes, but more so almost like a business suit of sorts. And he walks in and he buttons all his buttons, and it's like, "I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I am Thaddeus Crossan, arcane congressman here. What, Francesca tells me you have a diseased person that you need cured."
No need to apologize, Mr. Crossan. Yes, we know you have your own emergencies going on, so hopefully we can deal with this in an expedited fashion.
He finishes opening the door, and he looks back, and a halfling walks in the door. This is Thomas from the House Jurasco. He is a resident healer. That is the one over there, right? Points to Hars. Or is it the little one in the corner?
Oh, it is.
No,
this one,
it's
and
the
he
human.
motions to
Yeah,
Hars.
yeah.
That one, he's tag along.
He's sleeping it off.
Yes.
Okay. Strange party you have going on here. Yeah, Thomas, please escort him over to the infirmary. The halfling nods. "Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Hi." Mm-hmm. And the halfling goes over and takes Hars's hand. Go ahead, Usa.
Well, you see, it is not necessarily a physical injury. He was enchanted. He was cursed. He was. It is a long story, so I don't know if taking him to a hospital is what's going to be best. I have been doing all of the medical work I can on him, and it is only treating the minor symptoms, you know?
Thomas the halfling makes a sharp at you saying that, Usa. Thomas makes a sharp glance back over to Thaddeus, and Thaddeus looks at him and then looks at you. "It's fine. We will give him fine medical care as we work out the details of his condition. Thank you for the heads up, though."
This looks kind of nervously at Mariah.
I want to insight check.
Yes, same.
Okay, you can get 2 insights. So whoever wants to do those.
12.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Mariah, you're not really gonna get much from them. You do see the look of concern in the halfling's face, but as far as the congressman, he doesn't change his expression much, other than changing like directions of his glance. As far as Wally, you get the same, but you also can tell that that Thaddeus is steeling himself from any kind. He's purposely hiding emotion or hiding facial expressions. You can tell that he doesn't want to, give anything. Not necessarily a lie, but definitely withholding.
Gregory like sits up and goes, "Look, we know how bad it is. Be honest. Can you do anything?"
Good sir, we need to examine your friend here first before we can make any kind of assumptions there. I can't tell you. I can tell you we can do something, but I can't tell you exactly what you're because I don't know the issue. So please, just give our healer some time, and we'll go from there.
The Silver Flame has tasked me with keeping an eye on him. Would you mind if I tagged along? I'll be quiet.
And I am responsible for him. I would like to go with him as well.
He can have one guest. This is not a... you're not even supposed to be here. All right, we're doing you a courtesy. So please... we'll discuss it after he leaves. But I just... one person can go with him. That's fine. Who's it
Mariah, do you promise not to kill him?
Yes.
Horace looks back at you like, what the fuck kind of conversation is this?
It'll be all right. I'll go with him.
Even if he's really annoying?
There are other ways of keeping him quiet.
All right, fair enough.
Now, Mariah. None of your past things you have done to keep him quiet. None of that while he is being medically examined, okay?
Oh, no.
A head trauma is not what he needs right now.
That's an arguable point, but I see what you're saying. No, it's fine. And she just kind of said, it's fine. It's all right. I will. I should be with him.
You have such good friends looking after you, Hars.
Hars looks at you.
Lusa's gonna like.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Usa.
Lusa's gonna try to give like Mariah a like reassuring like hug.
She'll take the hug. She could use one. She's bearing a lot right now underneath that whole sarcastic, angry kind of stuff.
He will be okay. We will make it work.
Yeah. I hope so.
Mariah, as you walk out, Hars does respond to you. Lindir. Hey, buddy, thanks for trying to keep me alive. She'll make it quick if it needs to be done.
Hey, we've put this much effort into keeping you alive. The least you can do is keep fighting for a little while.
I don't have a choice. I'm gonna shit out a beehive, dude. We're good. I'll see you in a bit. And you follow Mariah. As soon as you get outside the door, you can see that there are also 4 armored guards, though they're not the same 4 that were out on the platform. 4 armored guards and this Jarasco halfling who is he is escorting Hars, like holding his hand and kind of patting it and stuff, and gingerly escorting Hars down the hallway. Hars and you now down the hallway, back the way you came. As they leave the room, and the door shuts, the congressman has been looking out the door and saying thank you to the halfling as they went, and as the door shut, the large human turns back towards the 3 of you. Look on his face is completely not. Yeah, we're getting ready to go to break anyway, so you're good. Looks back at you, and the oh, by the way, you don't have to cover. You can actually turn your feeds off now, Kat. I think they updated Zoom, so you can turn it off and it won't change positions. I guess we'll find out soon anyway. But so the congressman turns back towards the 3 of you, and the look on his face as he turns back is no longer the politician smile and wave face. It's a very grim and serious face, and kind of a squinted eye look at the 3 of you as he scans you over. And he begins to speak. And that's where we're going to take our break. So, 3 to 5 minutes. Grab some drinks. Hacha! Go for a bio break. And we'll see everyone back here in a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. Scorpio, Forte, Wally, Nymira, yeah, sorry. I looked at the orange and I saw Nymira, I saw Anna's, and then I saw yours, which was also orange in my screen. So anyway, yes, thank you so much for joining us. And for once you're not drinking beer, well, I gotta go refill mine then. I'll drink for you. Anyway, see you guys back in a few minutes. Boop. Sound, there we go. Still in the same spot. No, it didn't work.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh man.
All right.
Strider's Usa. I'm Lindir.
Yeah, let me see here. Strider, turn your video feed off. Let's see what happens.
No. I can be a handsome man. It's fine.
Let's see.
They're
You okay, you're good. You can turn it back on. Yep, it still did it. What the F? Someone lied to me.
What?
They told me it wouldn't move. Maybe there's
No, it put it back after he opened.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He had to turn it off to do that. So, yeah, because when you turned yours off, it must have moved it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, hi, technology. You know, we're testing it out. R&D, people, R&D. Okay, welcome back, and let us begin. We'll hit back up. Yeah, Kat's taking care of something, which is fine because the Congressman Thaddeus Crossan, has turned to the three of you with a stern look in his face. You realize we're gonna probably have to kill your friend, right?
There's got to be something you can do. You're the top minds, essentially, in the world here. You can do something.
We're gonna try. But if he's harboring Dalkir spawn inside of him, he's gonna have to be eliminated. Like I said, we'll try. We're not murderous here. We're not barbaric. But it's
we aren't quite sure what the thing did to him. She trapped his soul in a candle or something. It is very strange.
If it doesn't work, you can release him into our custody and we'll take care of him.
Fair enough. It's going to take some time. I'll tell you what I can offer you. We can look and try to find a way to cure your friend. But in the end, should we have to dispatch him, for whatever reason, either he goes nuts and does craziness and we have to dispatch him, or we just can't find a cure and he's a ticking time bomb, I will at least let you know / get your approval before doing something about it. How about that?
Super fair.
I'll be the final call in it anyway, so it's not a huge deal. No one will do anything without my permission.
Fine.
Okay. In the meantime, all we really have is Thomas as far as healers. We rarely have to deal with anything here. We're all very responsible with our magic, so man, I don't know. This is gonna take some time.
But you can probably put him in stasis, maybe.
We can shut him down, but that's not to say whatever weird magic the Dalkir has cast on him will be shut down. Look, we are very powerful, but you... Let me make a check with him. Hold on. He looks at you, Gregory. Very closely. Not close enough, apparently. Okay, never mind. There's no clue. Whew. But you may know, some of you may know, the Dalkir are very powerful creatures with hundreds of thousands of years under their belt. We are but mere mortals. So, just giving you fair warning, we will do our best. But we are dealing with a situation right now which may be related to this incident that I could really use your advice on while you're here.
I suppose that's a fair trade, since you're doing so much for us.
We'll see about the so much. There's a creature to the east that has ravaged its way across Corvair. It was heading due east. It seemed to start somewhere. Let me look at the map here before I go fucking naming names off. It seemed to start somewhere by Lake Bree, and it was heading east, almost like it wanted to go into the morning. Try to join its evil ilk, or kill us all. I don't know which, but it killed everything in its path. It made its way east, but then it turned around when it got almost to Roanwatch. It turned around and is coming back towards the Black Caps. I don't know why. but something has changed its course. It is, again, killing everything on its way back. We've sent out mages, we've sent out militia, we've sent out magical creatures. Nothing has been able to stop this thing.
Do you have a physical description?
Yeah. Large bug, evil, killing machine. Doesn't look as formidable as it is.
Yeah.
Repairs
Yeah,
itself.
That's it.
That was us.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You're bad. What do you mean? Whoa. What do you mean?
We were
It is a
tasked.
very long story.
The short version is Hars is the affliction that's afflicting him is because pretty much we have to stop that thing. And I think Hars might be okay if we do.
Oh, okay. So if you kill the thing that's killed hundreds of people on your own, because you're super powerful, you kill this thing, then it not only stops the problem from killing hundreds of more people, but cures your friend. What are you still doing here? That is a fantastic idea. Cure the problems. Great mission. Super easy, right?
Well, if our goals align, then yes, that'll be very easy. And I'm sure you'll be able to offer us lots of help.
I mean, I can offer you assistance as much as I have, but there's very little we have left to offer that we haven't thrown at this thing already. Fireballs for days. Hurt it, but it repaired itself and just kept going.
Do you have any people here that perhaps specialize in creatures like that? I mean, maybe we could get, an expert opinion on how to stop its regeneration or something. We tried. We spent a very long time, months, trying to get the thing.
The Dalkir that infected Hars, I think it's hers. It's son.
Are you telling me this creature is the son of a Dalkir?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't
That's
know.
pretty much what we think we're saying.
Boy, that is troubling. All right. Well, we have Professor Velvet, who, as eccentric as he is, does study Dalkir and other strange, otherworldly beings. He's unique. I don't know how much insight he can give you, but you're welcome to try him.
Well, a unique insight is better than nothing.
At this point, we will try anything.
Fine. I'm willing to lend some aid. The Congress is willing to help you up front if you're not going to scam us over, and just if we give you aid up front, as in funds, you're not going to just walk off and leave, are you?
It's sort of our obligation to deal with this.
All right. I can front you each 100 gold pieces for your troubles, for your effort, and to get better arms if need be.
Mariah too.
Mariah, the one that's with Hars right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, her as well.
Seems a small price to pay to stop the apparent bloodshed.
It's to help. Like I said, you would think that a place like this would have so much resources if we hadn't already used up several lives. And I mean that in the most compassionate way. We've sent several souls to their death trying to defeat this thing, as well as money resources, magical item resources. We've thrown all kinds of things at this creature and have yet to been able to find a way.
And
This is an educational institution, is it not?
The other tower 2.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should
Big
come
one.
up with a rival sports team. You
We
guys
should.
could make a lot of money like that. Get a stadium.
We could,
Oh,
but we don't have a school here.
We
There's
do
only one
have there is a sports team. It's science. It's science and math. We have mathletes.
Oh,
Okay.
non-believer in the... Okay. That's... Hey, both schools work here. Both camps. That's good. There's a place for you here as well. Not that he knows because he rolled a nat 1 on knowing your name.
We will do everything we can to assist. But yes, any sort of counsel that you may have here, we would very gladly take some advice from. We have been trying to deal with this problem for a very, very long time.
Okay. Well, good. The resolve has outlasted many. Because those that have tried to address this problem from our end have all perished. So you must be resourceful to have survived this long.
We're good at what we do.
We are certainly something.
Good. That's fine. You can, until we figure out what to do with your friend, you're free to go. You're not prisoners here. And he puts his hand behind him and the door opens. You are free to go. This is just kind of procedure on how we handle things, but I'm sure your friend is secure in the infirmary by now and safe from himself and others. So you're free to explore around. I recommend with this 100 gold, and he holds out his hand, and there are 4 stacks of 100 gold pieces. Not 100 gold pieces, but you know what I mean. The equivalent of 100 gold pieces. 4 stacks. He holds out his hand and puts it on the table, and you're free to go. I recommend going to the Hifflepuff Plaza. That is a small area. This is not a magic shop, mind you. Okay, we are a place of learned magic folk. So this is not a place to whatever. But up and coming artificers and up and coming wizards and sorcerers of the like do showcase their creations there for sale. So you might be able to find something.
When I was a kid, I used to beat people like you up.
All right. Well, we are going to go with that advice. Thank you. We appreciate it.
He smiles, gives you like a very congressman smile. Of course you did. That's right. Very, yep. I don't know what to say to that, but yeah, you should get going. Your shifter friend has great head on their shoulders.
Now what now?
I'm gonna.
Me.
Ah.
Okay. The 3 of you leave the boardroom type area. Leave the kobold in the corner sleeping. Leave the boardroom.
I double back and look at the governor. I go, oh, by the way, see that little guy over there?
Aren't you going to take him with you? It's part
Oh,
of your...
he's not with us.
He's not with us. He's not with us.
Then what is he doing here?
Just let him sleep there. I mean, he just needed a place to sleep, and there you go.
He wanted to come. I don't know. He kind of snuck along. We don't know who he is.
I'll let him sleep it off, and then I'll ship him back down.
Good, yeah. I think you should do that. I think as soon as he wakes up, you grab some guards and you just bop him over the head, knock him out, and throw him back down to the bottom where he deserves.
Okay, Gregory.
I'll handle it a little more delicately than that. I would hope. No love there. And yeah. All right. Enjoy your stay here. See me again very soon, or I will send someone for you to give you an update on your friend. Don't worry, I'll know where you're at all times.
Perfect. Appreciated.
Gives you a thumbs up, and the door shuts with him still in the boardroom.
Damn, Gregory, I wish I felt that strongly about anything.
Yeah. I mean, he had it coming.
He deserved it all. Okay, you're all left in this long hallway with now no door, because as soon as he shut the door disappears from this side. you're left in this hallway, and you begin to walk back down the hallway. And let's cut over to Mariah. Mariah Thomas D. Jorasco is his name, because he is a House Jorasco official person. And he says this is his job. He stays here and keeps all these crazy wizards alive. Sometimes easy job, sometimes hard job. He's talking Harz's ear off, trying to be comforting and chatty and optimistic. You are escorted down a few hallways, and then you make it to a room, a big open bay room with small rooms connected to the outside of it. So like patient rooms, I guess you would say. The big bay area is maybe like a triage area, and also a place for staff to gather and stuff. There's no official nurse's desk or anything like that, but there is gathering area there in the middle should a place need. And he says, we'll just put him in one of these private rooms over here. And ma'am, is there any special considerations you need for while you were staying with your friend?
No, I should be all right. If I could have a private word with you, though, once.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he signals one of the guards to escort.
Be with you in a moment, Harz.
Oh yeah, yep. Take them. Yep, take all of them. Yep. Harz is pretty disconcerted with everything. He's just being guided along. Yes, ma'am. What's the matter?
My job is kind of a bit like yours in that I've been tasked with keeping him alive. Let's just say that he comes from a family that his father's displeasure at his son's death would be great. And if what needs to be done, I need to be the one to do it.
Ma'am, my job is to keep your friend alive, not kill him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to be possible.
I'm optimistic.
I'm glad somebody is. I've not had optimism in a very, very long time. I'm just saying that if it becomes necessary, I need to be the one to do it.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
I will have to speak with the congressman, of course.
Of course.
I don't put patients down. That's not my thing. So you don't have to worry. He's in good hands, safe hands, steady hands. But I will.
Excellent.
I will talk with Thaddeus about if something like that would need to happen. You want to be the one to pull the trigger on a knife.
As in a manner of speaking, yes.
We just use no, for real. They just use magic. They just put him to sleep and he dies. But
yeah, no, it can't go that way. Could I get some coffee?
Yeah, sure. I have an orderly. I can get us coffee, or get you coffee.
Thanks.
I mean, I've
Okay,
already
thank
drank
you.
in a gallon today. You're welcome. The room's right there.
Yep. And she will then go in and sit down with Harz.
Okay. As you go down and sit in with Harz, two of the guards remain outside of the room. There are no guards inside of the room. They can see inside the room. There is like a glass door and wall on the outside, so there is no visual
It's
privacy.
an ICU pod. It's an ICU pod.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So there is no privacy as far as visual, but there is sound. So they won't be able to hear you, but they can look in at you. Yeah, and you're laying there, and Harz is all tucked into bed, and he's looking extremely pale, and he looks over at you, and as you come in, and he's like, you really don't have to hang out here. Right?
Yes, I do.
All right, are you gonna kill me in front of them, or are you gonna wait for them to look away, or how's this gonna go?
I'm going to stay with you until either they cure you, or what needs to be done, it needs to be done.
Needs to be done. Needs to be. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Would you rather I let them do it if it needs to be done?
Yeah, because they wouldn't take pleasure in it.
I take no pleasure in it, Horace. You're the closest thing I've had to family.
I appreciate
My
that,
life.
but you looked happy as shit when you punched me earlier.
That's because you were being an asshole.
Try having bees swarming in your ass.
No, thanks. You are the closest thing I've had to family my entire life.
I appreciate that.
You may not be, your father may not be my father, but he raised us together for what it's worth, and I don't want to do this. I don't want it to happen. I want to be able to go back to Sharn with you and to carry on our lives.
Well, you know, just worry about you. If you have to do the thing with me, that's fine. That's fine. I fucked up, and this is what I pay. This is how I pay. I get it. And I get it.
Just do me a favor.
Yeah.
You survive. Remember this lesson.
Yeah, don't take a job from Dad anymore. Gotcha.
I was gonna say don't piss off a duck here, but it's almost the same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just weird he would send us on this after what we just went through before.
Yeah. Why didn't you quit?
I can't quit. You know that. You can't quit. I can't quit. Nobody fucking quits. And he like groans a little bit.
If anybody can walk away, you can. You know that. If you would just talk to him. He knows.
You know I don't talk to him.
I know. But you should.
Maybe when this is done.
He knows you're not.
Maybe for once, I'll take
set
you
for
with
this.
me.
He already knows this is not the life for you. And if anybody can walk away, it's going to be you.
Maybe just a desk job would have been great. That would have been fantastic. Arrange the killing instead of doing the killing. Yeah, that could be great.
Would it be my handler?
What is that? I never had one. I heard of them. What is it? What do they do?
The handler is the person who gives me my assignments, doles out whatever allowance that I'm allowed to have, and then makes sure that my accounts are kept straight.
I'll see the numbers part. I hate the numbers part. We'll see. Maybe a little extra training. I could do something like that.
Yeah, they're the ones that keep me in line.
I was thinking like reconnaissance. Wouldn't that be cool? Just go in and...
No, you suck at reconnaissance.
What? Fuck. On a good day, I'm good.
How many good days have you had?
7.
Lately, ours?
7 good days.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. That little fella said that that's gonna take a while. You're free to go. I'm going to assume that they're not just gonna off and kill me without you. So you're free to go for a little bit if you want. I don't want your like clogging. I don't want this. I don't want anything somber from my fuck up.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you a joke?
That is almost as somber as being somber. You joking. Have you heard yourself? It's awful.
Okay, fair.
But nice try, though.
All right. If you don't want me here, I'll go. And she will stand up, walk over to the bed, kiss him on the forehead. See, don't die. I'd miss you. And then turn around and walk out.
You hear, as you're opening the door to leave, you just hear a small Joe. And that's it. Easy leave.
There's just ever the slightest hitch in her step as she goes out the door.
Okay. You walk out, the two guards are not, they don't look any interested in whatever was going on in there. Once you went in, they kind of gave you space and are lingering around talking about the weather. Yes. Awesome. And you, let's bring it all together, as it took time for them to have that meeting and it took time for you to do this. You all happen to bump into each other out towards we'll call it the nexus of hallways.
She would ask Thomas when he brought her the cup of coffee where to find the rest of the group, and I'm pretty sure he would be able to tell her.
Yeah. Well, he'll tell you the way to get back to the room that you all were in previously, and on your way back, you all meet up in this nexus of hallways. And as you do, each hallway is labeled pretty much what it is: infirmary, business suites, official congress, Hufflepuff Plaza. There's a couple other hallways. It's like a bike spoke wheel, and of different hallways here at this point. And yeah, you all meet up here. And what would you like to do? What would you like to say? You show up at the same time.
Congressman said he's not going to kill Haras without our permission.
Okay.
He also said that thing that's in Hars, the big bug monster, it's turned around and it's coming back in the other direction. And it's killing everyone in the process.
They have a location, and she looks down at Lindir's hand.
We were working on it.
We were given an expert, the name of an expert we needed to go talk to, that could maybe help us with fighting the big guy.
That would be useful, actually. The halfling Thomas seemed to be optimistic, actually, that he might be able to help Hars.
Well, that is good. That is good.
What about you, Mariah? Are you doing okay? You look uncharacteristically concerned.
I am. It's a. Things are complicated.
Well, we have the city to kind of look like. I mean, I would like to show you guys around, but we got a job to do.
Let's go find this professor.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see what we can.
Yes.
Okay. You do see that one of the hallways leading from the Nexus is called Arcane Studies. It's probably a pretty good place to find a professor of the arcane. You go down that hallway and it leads into a series of office buildings and classrooms. Though none of it looks like studious. None of it looks, how do I put it? None of it looks like a college or a school. This looks like upper learning. These are actual like a research center type setup rather than a place of education. And as you make your way back into the arcane studies, you do come across a room that is labeled Dr. Heinskit's Velvet.
Oh, I think this was the name we were supposed to go look for.
I will knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and a couple seconds later, who is it?
We're sent by the governor to speak with you.
There's no governor here. Who are you?
We didn't say the government.
Congress chairperson, president?
Thaddeus Crossman sent us to talk to you
That one.
about the thing that's been killing your people.
Oh, okay. I have clothes on. Please open the door. It's not locked.
Cora opens the door.
You open the door to see a very typical lab setup, and yeah, there is chemical experimentation going on, and you see a very tall and thin, almost to the point of gauntness, human, probably about 6.5 foot tall human over there with very large, like rubber-like gloves and and an apron and some testing gear on. And he has his hands held up like this. Ah, what are you doing? How can I help you in this studies?
You know, we were sent to ask questions about the creature that is plaguing everything to the east from here. We have some information about it, and we need more from you. That we were told you study Dalkir. Is that correct?
I have studied much of the Dalkir. What knowledge is to be held of such strange creatures?
Yes. Well, this entity that is plaguing everyone is, I don't know, like the creation of a Dalkir, or as much as they can have a child, it is the child of one.
That I hadn't considered before. A child of one of the Dalkir. Do you know which one this child could be from? This could be very helpful.
Cast minor illusion to create the appearance of the creature.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give him an advantage on this because this is his area.
What I would like to do is I would like to use the ability Spark of Genius. And I would like to give them +5 to this roll.
Oh shit, man, shit.
I basically what is the action is this. I basically, with anyone within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw, I can use my reaction to add +5 to it.
Yes, very beautiful. Yeah, so that brings it up to a 30, a cool, crisp 30. Valara, she is a wonderful specimen. I mean, not wonderful, she's awful and kills many, but wonderful specimen. So you're saying that the child is Valara's kin?
Yes.
Oh, this is not good for us. She is very powerful.
We may or may not have accidentally released it upon the world, and Valar herself may or may not have tasked us with reining it back and under control.
You've met Dalkir. As opposed to Alarm, this individual begins to, like, he already degloved. It finishes taking off the rest of his stuff, and he starts walking over to you, Lindir, and he pulls down one of the monocle devices from his little hat apparatus, and like starts looking you over, and you can see like his eye looks huge.
Lindir holds up a hand, and he's like, allegedly, we allegedly met one, and there's like a big bug like hive bump like right in the middle of his palm.
Grabs a hold of your hand. Oh, what is this? What is it?
That's my hand. I use that one.
You hold it up to me. What is it? Did she give you this hand?
The thing inside the hand.
The hand's mine.
It's a symbiote. The symbiote. She was placed there by Valara.
It was a way for us to track them, and I guess for her to keep track on us.
She said this was going to be helpful, but...
She said it's helpful, but it hurts, and I don't like it.
She's also the one that cursed a friend of ours and filled him with bees, threatening to take his life.
A whole bunch of bees.
Can I look inside of him? Can I look inside of him?
Oh yeah,
I think you'd have to talk to Thomas first. He's under the care of Thomas de Duraska in the infirmary.
Yes.
Weak halfling.
And
versus-
hard. Yeah.
Fine. Okay, can you make it come out of your skin? Can I touch it? Can I talk to it? Does it talk back? What is under there? Let me look.
I have no idea. I pretend it's not even there. I suppose you can do what you must if it'll help.
Ask it to come out. I want to see it.
Come out, bug thing.
What is that? You do have a handout with that, right? Did I give you one?
Yeah, I have a projectile weapon I can use, a throwing scarab.
Okay,
A throwing scarab.
Okay, there we go.
Cannot be removed from me. You can't voluntarily end your attunement to it, but I can make a... When you attune with the scarab, it fuses with one of your hands, visible only as an iridescent chitinous growth on your palm. I can extrude a shard of razor-sharp chitin, or chitin, from the symbiont in my empty hand.
Oh, okay. So how would you like that to manifest? How would you like that to kind of play out as you're talking to your symbiont? It is a part of you now. It can hear your thoughts. It can communicate with you, kind of. So
he's kind of looking away, cringing away. The whole idea is gross to him. I like to imagine the skin kind of rips and parts in the palm of his hand, and a tiny iridescent bug shell is like slowly being squished out. He's just like,
Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at it. Oh, okay. Does it talk? What does it do? Hello.
Not quite on a first name basis yet.
Oh, okay. Party wipe. Hey, thanks everybody for adding the points to our community goal. Yeah, I keep forgetting to promote that. So thank you for Covert Mustang. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the initiative, and for reminding me about the goal that we can have to get a pet for the party should we reach the goal within the month. And yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Party wipes, we can give a vigilant point to one player or myself, and they can use that on any roll. It is a pool of points. Vigilance points or pool of points. It's like a bless point that you can add to any roll. So gotcha. I'll get Kat. You have a vigilance point. It's been so long since we've used vigilance points that I forgot. Yeah, nobody's
This is like the
used
first time I've ever heard ever did anything like this.
it. Yeah, sorry.
What is a vig?
Okay, yeah. I guess,
What does it do?
Wow, I guess it's been before. Yeah, okay. So vigilance.
Last time we
point-
had that was like during Shade and Cinder.
Yeah, it was like 6 months ago or something like that. So vigilance points it's just a bankable point. You can bank up to 5 of them, and per person, and you can use it at any time on any roll for you. And yeah, it is just a point to add onto the roll. So if you're trying to do a saving throw, skill check, attack roll, whatever,
So it would just give me a +1. Add a +1 to it.
Yep.
Okay.
You expend
Cool.
one.
Okay, cool.
You expend 1 point. It's expend 1 point to add 1 to whatever, or up to 5 to
Excellent.
whatever.
Thank you, Rindes.
Yes. Thanks, guys. I it's been so long since we've been using them. I just turned everything back on a few weeks ago after I updated the point system. So, yeah, thank you. I'll try to track that at the end of the thing. I'll start putting the visual aids back up so we know who has how many points. Okay, let's go back to it. Oh, this is wonderful. Mr. Lindia, this is a part of you now. It hears you. It is inside of you. What does it say to you?
I'm a disgusting little bug creature. I'm pitiful and disgusting, and I'm a freeloader. I'm definitely a freeloader.
So it talks dirty to you, like seductive.
Is there something we can do about this?
By the looks of it, if this came from a Dalkiers himself, which is a whole nother conversation I want to talk about, the odds of being able to take this out without killing you is very slim. But we can try, if you don't mind.
She said it would help rein the child in somehow.
Well, maybe you should flash it around a little bit, figgle it all nice and back and forth when you see the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is like a peacock where you just fan out the feathers and say, look at me, I'm very attractive, and the bug will come with you.
Watch your language, please.
What? I didn't say anything. Peacock. Oh! It sounds like a phallus. I get it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My apologies. I thought it was, I meant the animal. The animal. Sorry. Okay. So, I can't take it out for you. I can try if you don't mind losing the hand or more. But I can't.
No.
I can help you draw the creature to you.
Hold on. That's... I can't believe I'm saying this, but that might be a good idea.
We hear from the colonies to the west that there are demonic entities trying to draw this creature away from the east and bring it to the Black Caps. Our top advisors think that they're trying to draw, the devils are trying to draw the creature into what is called the Black Pit. Do you know the Black Pit? Silver Flame.
I don't think I do.
No?
I think I had a spring break there once.
Woo! How about Lindir and Gregory? Can you two... Yeah, it would probably be you two. Can you two give me a nature or religion check?
I got poor on my religion check. I got 7.
I got a 7.
Okay.
We're the
I
7
rolled
twins.
a 2, and so hey.
Why do you all look
Sevensies.
Why do you all look so dumbfounded? It's a black pit. You know, it's a gate to hell of sorts. I don't really know. I haven't studied. That's more theology and demonic study, not my area of expertise. But it is a pit in the Black Cap Mountains that supposedly leads to Kyber, the realm below. So, don't know why the devils want to bring this big insect thing in there, but that is our guess.
Because it's stuck here and there's a thing between them.
There is, but what? Do you think they could corrupt the child of Valara? What would it do to it?
Or kill it.
It's irrelevant. If we don't get the child back to Valara, ours will die, and that means probably something bad will happen to my hand. So we need to get the bug back to its mommy.
Also, the whole topic of that angry mom noticing that their kid died. If you thought their rampage just walking across the continent was one thing, they may take out that rage on all of us.
So we need to intercept it before it gets there. So where is it now?
Last I heard, it was heading west. From the morning. Don't know. Lake Bree area? I don't know. It might even be almost to Greenhaunt by now. I'm not sure.
I mean, Greenhaunt isn't a bad place for it to be.
Greenhaunt is awful forest. You should never go there.
Well, that is where we found it in the first place. So.
Been there, done that already, actually, so it would be more like going back.
You survived the Greenhaunt. Oh, tell me about the sap in the trees.
You know that might mean that we have less distance to span if we could actually lure this thing close to where we need to take it.
Yes, if we could get the two Greenhaunt.
If we could find a rapid way to get there.
Well, thank the devils for their distraction, then. I need to rephrase that.
Not the best way of describing that.
It's all very intriguing.
Would you like to come along?
Ooh, as much as I would very much like to come along. I don't want to die at all. Not even a little bit dead. I want to live.
People randomly with us.
Can I come after you're done and like just examine what you left behind?
I mean,
You know, it's kind of an all or nothing thing with our group here.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we
Can't really guarantee what's going to happen. So, I mean, if you want a chance to observe it, you just have to go with us.
we can't make any promises that there may even be anything left.
I'll pay you for exclusive rights to the scene of the murders and the pieces.
How about we bring you back something?
I think you'd have to take that negotiation up with its mother.
No need to tell you. Just show me where it's at or go. After the death and carnage is over, of course.
What do you know about how we could potentially, stop this thing? Every time we try to attack it, it just regenerates itself.
It
Is there
just
any way
regrows.
around that?
As far as I know, no one has ever killed a Dalkia. I've never even heard of it having children. Until now.
What is it vulnerable to? Is there a way to prevent Dalkia from regenerating?
There's something in the powders that we store from the devils that dries it, that forces it to be hungry, to crave things. I don't know if there's any way to have it ingest some things that would kill it. No one has ever killed a Dalkia. But should you get it somewhere, maybe. What is your mission? Do you want to kill it? Or do you want to deliver it to its mother?
We need
Right
to get it back to
now.
its mom.
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Use your sexy beetle. I can give you some of this powder.
Sexy beetle?
Yeah, the sexy beetle in his hand. The peacock. Oh, you said it again.
Only if you never refer to it as such again.
Please never refer to it as sexy.
Okay, I just say he was... Never mind. You had to have been there. Okay. Okay. Very fine. I will help you in any way I can, but I will not go. No, I'm a scientist, not a komakozi explorer.
So scientists don't do field work anymore. Okay.
Not till the field is clear.
The powder would be a great help. Thank you.
Fine. Goes and he puts his gloves back on and he goes over to one of the cabinets with the glass doors and fetches out a small, what looks to be a mortar and pestle type deal. He takes the pestle, mortar. What part's the crushing part? That's the
The
mortar,
hand,
right?
I say like the handle and the bowl. I don't know like
I think
which
it's
one's
the
which.
pistol is the little.
The pestle is the thing that
thingy.
you use to grind with. You grind into a mortar.
Okay.
I just call it the pestle thingy is what I always called it.
Okay. So he takes the pestle out and secures a lid and hands it to you. There you go. You can have it all. I don't know if it's enough because when we found the devils, they had a lot. They were burning it all over the place. I don't know why. Just burning it, trying to bring the creature closer or something.
That is what they were doing with that.
But what they plan to do it, if they plan to shove it in a black pit, good luck. That's a child of Dalkia. It's gonna take a lot of devils to get that thing into black pit.
Seem to be quite a few out, anyways.
You don't think all this stuff with the devils are tied in with this thing, do you?
Seems to be what he thinks.
Yep. Would make sense.
It's the only logical sense.
They have an agenda for sure. What it is, we have not been able to discover just yet. But
Sounds
we're
like their
working.
agenda-
We're working on it.
Hey, nah, I can be a scientist too.
wait a
Watch my
second.
logical deductions. Devils are bad, so their agenda's bad. Therefore, we need to stop it.
So, the devils. It said the Valkyrie was traveling back over the Black Point Mountains, right?
Yes. Black caps.
Black Hat Mountain. The city that was also being attacked by devils. Were they also on the other side of the Black Hat Mountains? The ones that we didn't go to?
Yes. They're closer to
I don't
it.
remember where the one we didn't go to is.
Yeah, but we know that cities all around the Black Caps are getting attacked.
Yeah.
But he said that the thing is turned around to go back over the Black Hat Mountains.
Right. It's turned around to come towards the Black Caps. It's not there yet. They're trying to draw it there, and whatever the devils are doing is for that purpose. That's the impression that I got.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing I could think of is happening right now.
Well,
The thing is when you're dealing with these types of evils, there is no lesser of two evils.
There really isn't.
well, it's
And
going
with
to
the-
have to go through Green Haunt.
We're gonna have to go through Green Haunt.
Well, I think it's going to have to also. So
Yeah.
we'll just be able to meet it there.
Hmm. Interesting.
It would be safest to there are enough cities that have
Yeah, on the map, you guys can look at the map. That is a listing of all the the major cities and towns. Yeah, and they said general consensus is it's somewhere around Lake Bree right now.
Okay.
It's heading towards Green Haunt, which is also towards the Black Caps. Oh yeah. Wait, chat. It'll probably put everybody in different positions, but chat, I can show you. I can show you the world. Literally. All right, let's see. It might put our players in different positions, and it did. But let's. I'll move the map around for you guys to see kind of what we're dealing with right here. Okay. All right. Okay, so right now our party is right where this hand is, right up at Arcanix. And, oh gosh, you can't see that much. Okay. This is not 1-to-1 on what shows up for the chat. Okay, so we're up here at Arcanix. Somewhere down here is where the bug creature is supposedly at. It was heading eastward towards the Morning, which is the part of the continent that was pretty much nuclear wiped from something called the Morning, or the Mornland, and it happened from something called the Morning, mysterious explosion that wiped out a nation, and it was heading towards there once it escaped Green Haunt, but for some reason it's turned back around and now it's heading back towards Green Haunt, but theory is that it's not actually going to Green Haunt. That it's going towards the Black Caps. Or maybe to the Black Pit itself. So that's where we're at as far as location. Somewhere down by Lake Bree.
So we need to intercept it then before it gets to either the Black Pit or the Green Haunt. We need to intercept it.
We have to. It's the only thing we can do.
Maybe saving future lives, and also it would be a big middle finger to the devils, which is something I can get behind.
And here is something will happen if we do intercept this thing. We'll have to deal with it when we do intercept it. But also, if we are messing with the machinations of a bunch of devils, they are probably going to turn around and come after us also. So we'll be dealing with two things at the same time if we intercept this. If we intercept her.
Then we need to be very careful and on our best game.
All right. I mean, we kind of did it before. Might as well keep on doing it.
The other option is to deal with the devils first, and then deal with the thing. But given the time frame that we're under, we may not have the time to do that. We may have to deal with our duck here friend first.
But the Dalkir is causing the most damage and killing the more people out of anything else. If whatever these devils are trying to do with this thing, whatever it is, it will pale in comparison to whatever it was already doing.
Yeah. And what its mother might do. Hopefully they'll give us news on Har soon so that we can get started.
You think if they were all powerful, they'd just, put their kids on a leash or something.
Have you ever tried to leash a toddler?
Not a giant bug one, though.
Same principle.
Might as well be giant bugs. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We doing anything else in this lab?
I'm
Getting
just
the
idly
powder.
looking. I'm just idly looking around at the stuff in the lab.
Okay. It's a lot of chemical studies and a lot of books.
Not really my frame of study sounds like it's interesting, but nothing that catches my interest.
Well, you've studied long enough as I have. It's understand there's many interesting things in chemicals and world events.
Not really my field of study, really.
Fair. Is there anything else I can do for all of you before I get back to trying to figure out how to make the perfect squirrel?
The powder.
Yeah,
Yes.
right there. I handed it to you.
Thank you.
Whoever wants to carry it, you can put a package of bug powder or whatever you'd like to call it
I
into your
hold open the
inventory.
bag of holding.
Easy enough. Takes up it's like a storage tortilla thing. Tortilla storage thing, Okay. As you all leave this laboratory, Dr. Velvet's hides Kit's Velvet. You have to leave his laboratory and head back out. You are greeted by Francesca, who is standing not out in the hallway right in front of the room you're at, but she is further down the hallway towards the Nexus, and she's, oh, boy, you all have been finding your way around. Is there anything I can do to give you a hand? Thaddeus explained to me that you're waiting to see initial thoughts on your friend.
Lunch would be nice.
It would be, good if we had some food.
Oh, absolutely. Why don't I let you choose for yourselves instead of waiting? She holds out her hand, and there is 4 chit-like looking things. They're like almost tokens of sorts. This will get you a meal at any of the vendors down in the Hufflepuff Plaza.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you.
Oh, it's no problem.
Thank you very much.
I apologize for the brashness before. You were just obviously not. We weren't aware you were coming, nor the situation you were dealing with. But Mr. Crossan has assured me that you are all of good intent, and therefore I'm willing to accommodate.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We understand it was. If there had been another way, we would have.
That's
done
fair.
so.
You were all in a bind, and you had to do what you had to do. I asked no questions. Just mind the rules of the facility, and then we'll be in good shape. Have a wonderful lunch.
Thank you.
She points you towards the plaza hallway. And yeah, as you head down towards the Hufflepuff Plaza, it is a long hallway that leads down a set of stairs. And once you reach the set of stairs, it opens up into a courtyard, a large courtyard, which if you were to kind of envision the setup of this institution would be like putting a courtyard on the second floor of a building. Since you are not at the top floor, it's kind of like, how is there a courtyard here, but there's supposed to be a ceiling, like the building goes up higher, but how is there a courtyard here? Not sure, but you can see the day sky, and you can see that there is a nice array of plant life in here. There's sunshine shining down, and it is an open courtyard with a nice cool breeze flowing through, and all around the perimeter of this square-shaped courtyard are shops and places to eat. You can smell some of the foods cooking and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of magically driven hospitality here in Hufflepuff Plaza. As you make your way down the stairs, it opens up, and you can see that most of the food vendors are on the left. There's like a large Central Park type of area, very tiny version, but in the middle, so you can dine out into picnic tables and that such, or you can go and eat outside the shops themselves, kind of like a boardwalk in that aspect, in that area. Would you like to? It looks like on the right there's retailers, and on the left there is food vendors. What would you like to do? You are free to go for the time being. What would you like to take a look at first?
I look at my token because I know this. So this one token is for good for any of the vendors or just the food vendors?
She said for a meal from any of the vendors.
Oh, okay. I will head over to those carts and I look around. Like I'm looking around frantically for something very specific, and I find it and I run over. And I slap my token down on the counter. Like I hop up and I slap it down on the counter, and I yell up. I was like, "I would like your largest, biggest piece of fried dough right now."
Done. They the elf behind the thing, fried dough. They squint their eyes. They turn around. They reach. They grab. They hold out.
I take it, and it's like big as Gregory's head, and he just presses his face and just starts chomping away on it.
You start chomping into your fried dough, your large dog, like small dog-sized donut, and yeah, you start chomping into it. It tastes fresh, and it tastes pretty good, And you put your token up there, and it's taken. Thank you, sir.
And I go over it. I take like the added fried, like powdered sugar, and I just pile it on top of it. And I take another big bite. I walk over to the rest, and you see Gregory holding this big thing of fried dough with a big pile of powdered sugar on it. Look, see, guys, this place, you got to get this. This is a delicacy of the city. This is one of the things I wanted to do if I ever came here. And then he takes a bite out of it, and it's just powdered sugar just goes everywhere around you guys.
That looks
that's why I eat
very
mine with
healthy.
honey.
It's like eating a sledgehammer-sized funnel cake.
Yes.
Way too much powder.
Mariah's gonna look around for somebody that's offering something like sushi, like a big sushi platter, and that's what she'll take.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a seafood place, whether it'd be something adjacent to sushi, and they say that's actually one of the easier things that they can make. In a quick fashion, because all these there's no real big restaurants here. There's, like I said, they're kind of like a boardwalk foods. How you just kind of walk up and order. What else? Ooh, sorry. So Usa and Lindir, what would you like? Are you looking to eat? Think of it. We'll just make it manifest. Usa, how about a carrot?
Charred meat and whiskey.
Okay. Sorry, sir. You're gonna have to go to the actual market for whiskey. We're not allowed to sell alcohol out here in this facility.
Any?
No, sir. I'm sorry. It's a dry. There's people with like
magical inebriation. How about that? That counts, right?
They do have a sensory den. It is in the lower quadrant. You could go
What's
down
that
there.
mean?
I don't really want to talk about it, but it is a place you go that they put you in magical euphoria for a period of time.
That sounds addicting. I'll have to be very careful with myself. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't blow my last paycheck on it. You're welcome. Appreciate it. So you don't want anything to eat, Lindir?
Charred meat, and then he goes off to the sensory den.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can get meat however you want served. Usa, do you decide on what you like to eat? What would Usa like to eat?
Almost the opposite of Lindir. Actually, just the fact of being a shifter, and you know what? He's a mythical creature anyway, so he doesn't have to be a vegetarian type diet. He wants his raw of like red meats he can get. He's got sharp little canines to dig into.
Oh, jackalope canines.
Yeah.
Sure, they can rustle up some pretty raw meat for you.
Right.
Sir, would you
like Rosemary's Baby, you know, and she just sticks it in the pan. So it's like sear, and then just eats it just like that.
Eat that thing blue.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want it still twitching. What?
Sir, we can't serve it twitching. We tried. We tried. Nobody went for it. So we'll just give it to you fresh.
One shot of epi short of mooing.
Yes. It's just dazed and ready to go. So they hand you a pretty raw selection of meat, and okay, you all grab some grub. And what would we like to do next? While we're eating, I mean, it's lunchtime. You guys have time to eat before we do anything. Would you like to go over to the market, like the commercial stalls? There we go.
No, yeah, Gregory is gonna walk around the commercial area, just looking at all the stalls, eating his big old thing of fried dough and sugar.
So okay.
Mariah's broke, so she spent all her money getting the group up here. So
speaking of that, did you guys give her cut of 100 gold pieces from?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Not saying you had to. I'm just asking. Okay, so you did get 100 gold. The part that everybody else explained to you from the congressman. Gregory, as you as you rush to eat your powdered sugar covered dough, and I mean you're welcome to try to sneak off with the powdered sugar if you like. It's magic, and they can just make another. And you take your dough and you're walking over towards the commercial area where they sell the items, the knickknacks. These are probably like grad students who are just selling some of their works that they made along the way. And yeah, you make your way over there. Gregory, you walk through a few stalls. You see some promising items, which we're going to go over then. And the rest of the party, should you finish eating and you decide to come over too, you will see these same items as well. We're going to go over the general shopping vibe here, see if we want to pick up any magic items or just any other useful items. But Gregory, I need to address something with you. You walk by the first couple shops, chomping down on your fried bread, your sugar-covered fried bread. Just kind of ooh ah, you know, maybe looking up at certain things and thinking, wow, you know, wonder how useful that would be. I'm gonna check back with that. Or that looks so petty, I could do a better job. I might go back and at least give them pointers because you're better than them. But you get like 3 stalls down here, and you can see this small plaza of magical knickknacks is not great, 6 or 7 shops, but you get about halfway through, and you see something that immediately stops your heart and brings you to a memory that shakes your very core. And that memory is where we're going to start next week. Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Oh boy.
We gotta leave it.
Oh boy.
Leave it on that spot. But
you got that to look forward to, Wally.
Oh boy.
Yes, I thought we were gonna get to that today, but definitely didn't want to rush through this whole thing. You guys did a great job, making sure. I thought you were just gonna fucking dump horrors like a sack of potatoes and roll. I didn't expect that to be a RP thing. So that's awesome. That's awesome that you took enough care to not just dump him off on the first person.
Yeah. Take care.
Should he become mind Should he become mind controlled by an eldritch being, I want him to remember who was nice to him.
That's true. Because Har's power level is yet to be truly explored. So yeah, should he go off the rails, good thing to be on his good side.
Mariah will be waiting with a dagger.
Yes, yeah, and if he's as dumb as he was shooting a lightning bolt at a powerful being without recourse, or without thinking there's recourse, yeah. Well, let's go around and meet everybody, and then we'll do our outro stuff. So, Wally, who are you? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts on today's game?
Yo, it's your boy Wally. You can find me on Twitter at Wally1 at WALLE132 on Twitter, like your little cute little Disney robot. Today's session, there was so much RP in this session today. It was a lot of RP, and I feel like we may have almost killed an NPC. But besides that, it was a great session. Thank you for leaving me with such a cliffhanger. Where can you find me? This weekend, as always, every other Sunday, I will be on the Killer DM's channel playing some Mask every other Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We're back again this week. Boy, fallout from last week. What happened? I changed my playbooks. I am no longer a bull. I am a transformed, because that happened. Yeah, we're gonna see the fallout from that, because that's where we left the episode. Also, you can find me over at the Digital Era Twitch, doing my usual esports podcast every Thursday at, what time is it? 7 o'clock? Yeah, I want to say 7 o'clock. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock over at Digital Era Twitch. I'm part of the Decode podcast. We talk about esports and video games. We're going to be talking a lot about next-gen consoles this week. And then on Wednesday, you can find me back here on the Star Wars Initiative, playing a Moth to a Flame.
Nice. Very good. You should post the killer your Sunday thing.
Yes, I should.
In our Discord, because 9:30. Yeah, you're on my time zone, so. Yeah, if I'm working at a place where I can have my phone, I'll be able to catch some of it.
Oh yes, totally. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yes. So I do enjoy Masks. Powered by the Apocalypse Engine games, I'm very fascinated with, especially City Mists at the moment, and I like Masks. I played Mask a few times, so very cool system.
And also, I have something in the works down in the pipeline. Will I talk about it soon? Maybe I will as we get closer to it. It was hinted already on Twitter, so there you go.
Very nice. Yes, good. Yes, surprises, announcements, very cool. Upcoming projects and current projects. Let's slide down to Kay. Kay, who are you? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts on today?
I second what Wally said, but I love roleplay. I love roleplay sessions. I love getting to talk and bullshit and do things. That's my favorite part about D&D or any sort of tabletop system. I love roleplay more than anything. But yeah, where can you find me? I'm not doing currently anything super scheduled other than this every Wednesday, and you can find me pretty much everywhere: Twitch, Twitter, at ironic_cupcake. I think it's an underscore. I always forget it's an underscore or a dash. It's one of those. And I've started doing some stuff on my Twitch channel. I'm trying to overhaul it and make it actually look presentable and not just be like a viewer account. Kyle taught me how to use streaming software, so I've been streaming myself playing video games and stuff. So if you want to see me be a doofus and doing stupid things, you can follow me there.
The end? Okay. It sounded like there was something else there, and okay, yes. So check K out, and I did manage to get the one. I still don't know the name of the game yet. Phantasmophobia, something like that.
Phasmophobia. Yeah.
You and Strider were playing that the one night. I did catch some of that. Yeah, it's weird. That game got hot pretty quick, and I never heard of it before that night. I had never heard of it, and I'm like, wow, really? That looks pretty good. Cool game.
Oh, you should get it. I'll play with you. It's scary. I cry a lot.
It's more than 2 players?
It's 4 players.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to question you about about the game and check it out. Then
It's very fun. It's one of those perfect games made for streaming. It's like, you know how there's games made for streaming? That's what this game is.
I cry a lot. Like I'm a baby.
awesome.
Like if I streamed it, you'll hear me scream a lot.
Yeah.
And I have a
Same.
very high pitched scream. So there.
Good. That fit right in with the motif there. Awesome. Speaking of fitting in with motifs, Strider, who are you? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts today?
Well, that's cool. I've never fit in before. I'm going to be extorting Kay relentlessly to play all kinds of games and maybe tabletop streams as well. So watch that. My name's Strider Heap. That is my Twitter handle as well. And I'm going to be back here a week from now. I've yet to see like any moths mentioned, and I have reason to believe there's going to be moths at some point, so I'm waiting for those to drop. I'm hyped to see when they show up.
You were promised moth.
Or a moth, at least. It's going to be one.
Yeah, you were promised a moth, damn it. It's in your contract. Nice. Awesome, good shit. Let's slide on up to Kat. I'm sorry, no great segue there. I just got ahead of myself. Way too much caffeine. So Kat, who are you? Where can we find you? Any closing thoughts today? Or about
My
moths?
name is Kat. I'm at Cleric of Cord, and I'm always up for some more Mothmen. Because Mothman. Where can you find me? Let's see, tomorrow, Thursday, 2:30 Eastern on This Is How We Roll? This is how we RP. The Lawful Geeks channel. It'll be up in my Twitter. Doing some Shadowrun 6e with my Street Shaman. Things are getting weird there. Very weird. And let's see. Then on Tuesdays over on Encounter Roleplay with some Achtung Cthulhu. Set in World War II. It is just a few weeks before the Battle of the Bulge, and Nazis being Nazis are up to no good. Which, anyways, yeah, it's a lot of it's spooky. We have not introduced a supernatural element yet, and yesterday, but the DM put us through a full cardio workout. So it's really good. It's and I really like it. And Cullen Namakan, who is our GM, is amazing at horror and creating tension. So, and that's what this is all about, because I'm practicing pin curls all the time. So yeah, come see us there. So, and then Wednesdays I'm back here, and I'm looking forward to this. And to all you veterans, thank you for your service.
Excellent. Yes. Ditto that sentiment. Ditto. So yes. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining us. Kyle, we'll be back here next Wednesday. Right now is all we're really doing with the channel. I'm still DMing stuff offline, and I'm working on stuff like Wally. I'm working on stuff that really can't talk about just yet, but I'm hoping so in the near future. And yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday. And we'll kick it right off with it'll be about 6 p.m. and we'll kick it right off with what's vexing Wally. What's he got in his eyes, and we'll see. So everyone, have a wonderful week. Remember, unity is strength. So take care of each other, stay safe, and we'll see you all again real soon.